안녕하세요. 엑스체인지 첸첸첸의 조앤입니다.
And Megan.
우리 서대문 주민 여러분의 여러 다양한 소식들과 결속력을 위해 노력하고 있는 서대문 지역방송에서 새롭게 선보이는 엑스체인지 첸첸첸을 진행하게 되어서 영광입니다. 우리 지역은 좀 특별한 특성이 좀 있죠. 주변에 대학들도 있고 인삼관광센터나 핫플레이스인 홍대가 좀 근거리에 있고 또 무엇보다 요즘 K-컬처 열풍이 한창이어서인지 주변에 외국인들도 자주 눈에 띄고 있는데요. 가끔 그들을 볼 때마다 말도 걸어보고 싶고 서툰 영어로 인사라도 하고 싶지만 자신도 없고 혹시 방해가 안 될까 싶어서 그냥 지나쳐버리기가 일쑤였는데요. 저만 그런 건 아니겠죠? 우리 프로그램은 우리 지역의 또 다른 주민 여러분들인 다문화 가정과 여러 나라에서 오신 분들, 우리와 함께 생활하시고 일하시고 또는 공부하시고 계신 많은 외국인 분들과 조금 더 가까워지는데 조금이라도 도움을 드리고자 만든 프로그램입니다. 또한 서로의 문화가 다르다 보니 오해 아닌 오해도 좀 생길 수 있잖아요. 그래서 이모저모로 서로를 이해하는 데 도움이 되는 언어나 문화나 음식이나 생활 지혜나 아니면 여기서 사는 외국인 분들의 타국에 살면서 터득한 지혜라든가 또는 반대로 우리 지역 주민들이 외국인을 대하면서 얻게 된 그분들의 독특한 특징이나 외국인 쉽게 친구 사귀는 방법 같은 이야기 등을 나누면서 같이 어우러 사는데 도움이 되는 여러 가지를 다뤄보려 합니다. 방송 들으시다가 재미있는 에피소드나 좋은 정보들 언제나 환영이고요. 다양한 분야의 다양한 이야기들 항상 기다리겠습니다. 자, 그럼 제가 지금 드린 말씀을 한국어를 잘 모르는 외국인 친구들을 위해서 영어로 알려드리고 시작하겠습니다. Hello everyone, my name is Joanne. I'm in charge of Exchange Chen and 서대문 Local Broadcasting. Our program is designed to help build good relationships between foreigners from various countries living in this region and local natives. Through this program, we want to exchange a variety of information, including language, culture, food, useful information, and tips and episodes of living in Korea to provide direct help in various areas you may need while living here. Of course, you can participate too. If there is any information you would like to know, language expressions, or Korean customs you would like to ask, please contact us at any time. If you have any stories you would like to tell us, such as customs or characteristics of your country that Koreans are not familiar with, you are welcome at any time. 자, 그럼 우리 프로그램 소개가 끝났으니까 노래 한 곡 듣고 문화 교환부터 시작해 보겠습니다. 노래는 폴 맥카트니의 에보니 앤 아이보리입니다.
Ebony and ivory live together in perfect harmony, side by side on my piano keyboard. Oh Lord, why don't we? We all know that people are the same wherever you go. There is good and bad in everyone. We learn to live, we learn to give each other what we need to survive. Together alive, ebony and ivory live together in perfect harmony, side by side on my piano keyboard. Oh Lord, why don't we? and bad in everyone. We learn to live when we learn to give each other what we need to survive. Together alive, ebony and ivory live together in perfect harmony, side by side on my piano keyboard. Oh Lord, why don't we side by side on my piano keyboard? Oh Lord, why don't we?
자, 그럼 저의 코-호스트인 메간을 소개해 볼게요. Hi, welcome.
Hello.
Will you introduce yourself at first in a brief way?
Of course. Hi. So
Hi. So lovely voice.
There she is.
Yeah.
I'm Megan. And I guess you'll get to know me more throughout the program, and I feel like that's appropriate. But briefly, I'm an artist originally from the States,
Oh,
but
great.
I haven't lived there in a very long time. So that maybe makes me a good co-host in the sense of I've lived in countries in which I'm a foreigner for over 12 years now. So it's been a lot. So I guess this is a new thing for me too, but as an artist and a storyteller, here to share some of my expertise, but also learn along the way. So looking forward to it.
Wow, so expecting.
Expecting. Lots of high expectations for you. Lead me, please.
Yeah, then how long have you been here?
Korea,
I mean.
I came in August of 2023, so I've been here
Not so long.
like 7 months, not even, right?
Oh, 7
I
months.
think, right? Probably. So it won't be, it's not too long, not a year yet. No.
Not too long.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome.
Thank
so
you.
happy to see you
Yeah.
here.
So nice
as a
meeting you.
co-host.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, me too. And then, thank you. So welcome. I'm so happy for having you here as a co-host. And then, I want to start with a little bit delicate matter.
Okay. Try me.
Let's-
Delicate matters I'm quite familiar with.
Let's do the chat.
Let's do it.
Sometimes when I go around the supermarket or some stores, I can find a foreigner who I think looks a little bit hesitating or looking for something or getting in trouble with something from my sense. But I always feel hesitating if I accost him and say something. Does he feel shocked to be interrupted or feel thankful for thankful for being helped by a kind Korean? What do you say?
I mean, this could also just be a language thing. So you used the word accost versus approach, because I guess maybe I need to brush up on the definition of accost. But accost, if someone accosted me, I would feel, whoo, that's intense.
Oh, scary.
But if you approach me, I think it just depends on if we're talking you specifically. Yes, please approach me and please help me.
can be think as a helpful thing, right?
Yeah, I think so. And you're also talking to a young woman who's lived abroad and traveled by herself a lot. And I think there's more to it than just simply helping. It always depends on the energy I'm being approached with, the accosting versus approaching. But yes, there are so many times where I've been like, I need help, but I don't have Wi-Fi to. Now we have the technology where I can find a translation, but the translation isn't great. So yeah, there are moments where I definitely would appreciate help.
Yeah, that's right. Without some enough information to be a leader, then it could be very helpful and to be thankful to have someone as a help.
Yeah, I think just in everyday life, right? Like it's nice to have help. Some of us aren't good at receiving help, but yeah, I think I'm wary as like I said, a woman who's usually alone. So I'm wary of people approaching me, and I've had to learn that because Korea isn't the only foreign country I've been to and lived in, and so I am coming with my own where I come from, but also where else I've lived that gives me a certain energy of, if someone's approaching me, I might be hesitant. But there are definitely moments where like I was on the street and I was here briefly the first time I was ever here, which wasn't this most recent time. I was lost. I didn't have Naver Maps yet. I was just going, I need to get on a train. I need to get to Incheon Airport.
So embarrassed.
So not just embarrassed. I was hectic. I don't care if I look a fool. Maybe that's different as a not. I mean, I guess foreigners will think that too. But I'm a maybe particular character in that I'm an artist. I also hang out on my own. I'm fine looking weird in public. No shame. Some shame, but not enough maybe. And so I'm just like, I don't know where to go. I have absolutely no clue. I'm tired. I haven't slept. Help. But coming from my perspective, I didn't want to inconvenience someone by making them speak English to me because I don't know enough Korean, if at all, to ask for help and where to go.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was more I didn't want to harm anyone's day. And it was during rush hour. It was like 5. And so I'm going, it is late in the day. People are getting off work. I don't want to be a bother. But then it got to a point where I'm going to miss my flight if I don't get to the airport. So I was maybe a bit more dramatic. And someone did eventually was like in English, this,
Fortunately.
so kind. This older man is like, do you need help? I'm like, is it obvious? Because I need help. Like, can you?
Like angel.
Yeah, or just like, or it either was someone was like, girl, calm down. Stop making
Follow
a scene.
me.
No, not even follow me. I just said, do you have directions? Like, I need to get to the nearest train station. And he helped me. But yeah, I come from the sense of I don't want to inconvenience people in Korea. Like, because I don't want to, or just in general, I don't want to make someone speak my native tongue. So which is English. I feel bad about doing that. Yeah. So I guess what's the more appropriate thing to do? You know, like as a foreigner, I like you saying that Koreans might want to help me. Is that like, I guess I don't always know. Yeah. And I've gotten used to it now, I guess, in the sense of people will help me, but people seem shy to help me.
Yeah, the almost all Korean people take some kind of shyness in their minds, and then we are not used to this kind of, natural conversation with foreigners. And so we are very shy. We are very shy. And then we want to talk with some foreigners and in English, and then we want to practice it. But always some kind of, some shyness in our mind. And then, we don't know if we can be so interrupting or to be some interfere.
Okay.
So it could be a very hesitating moment.
Okay. Because I guess I move about the world and wherever I've lived where I just don't want to inconvenience, but you can't really become, even if I mean, I've lived places for 3 months or I've lived places for a year, never that long. And so there's part of me that goes, I don't want to inconvenience and bother people. But at the same time, you can't fully feel like you're living somewhere if you don't maybe, I guess, bother people, to put it in a silly way. But it's, and getting to know that maybe part of, let's say, because I'm here, Korean culture, people really might want to help me.
You experienced that moment to from Korean people, any Korean people to help you?
It's multifaceted. So I think because I've lived alone and traveled a lot, I'm pretty competent. Let's just say it. And I'm easily adaptable. I don't have big culture shock of things. And so I usually give this energy of I know what I'm doing. And so I think that means that if people are going to approach me, it's for casual conversation. And I've felt here that people will help me more readily if they're coming with an energy of I can help. But casual chatting conversation, not so easily. Yeah, I haven't. People don't seem to. It might be my energy. I do wear a lot of black and leather jackets, and it might just be back off. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me have a time.
Yes,
to
of course. Please
explain
translate
in Korean. Okay. 그러니까 우리가 가끔 슈퍼나 상점 같은 여러 곳에 들렀을 때 이따금씩 그곳에 쇼핑 온 또 다른 외국인들이랑 마주치게 되는데요. 가끔 제 생각에 그들이 좀 도움이 필요해 보이는 순간들이 있더군요. 그럴 때 전 항상 망설이게 되더라고요. 적극 끼어들어서 오지랖 넓은 아줌마 기질을 좀 발휘해볼까? 하기도 쉽고, 그런데 그 오지랖이 대부분 외국인들에겐 한국의 문화려니 하고 그냥 지나칠 건지, 아니면 참 고맙다라고 생각될 건지, 아니면 와 무례하다라고 생각될 건지, 물론 경우와 개인에 따라 많이 다르겠지만요. 메간이 그런 경험이 있는지 어떻게 생각하는지 물어보았습니다. 저 같은 경우엔 특히 재래시장에 갔을 때 여기서 어디가 물건이 더 신선한지, 어디 물건이 더 여기가 구할 수 있는 귀한 물건들을 찾을 수 있는지 알아보는 방법이 좀 있어요. 유심히 잘 보면 특히 특정 가게에만 연세 드신 분들이 모여 계신 걸 종종 볼 수 있어요. 그런데 그 경우에 그 가게에 들리면 틀림없이 바로 가장 신선한 제품들을 구할 수 있더라고요. 그리고 제가 혹시 거기서 제가 이걸로 어떻게 해 먹으면 맛있어요? 라고 물으면 여기저기서 대여섯 가지의 요리법들을 서로 말씀해 주시더라고요. 저는 그 맛의 재래시장을 자주 가는 편이거든요. 얼마나 정감 있는 분위기예요. 정말 따뜻함이 느껴져요. 외국인들에게도 그런 기분 좋은 간섭이 통할까 하는 마음에서 물어보았습니다. 근데 메간이 말했듯이 역시 사람들은 어디 가나 비슷비슷한 것 같아요. 메간도 그런 당황스러운 순간을 겪었을 때 여기 도착하자마자 길을 잃었다잖아요. 그런데 한 노신사가 다가와서 도와주었다는 그런 아름다운 얘기를 전해주었는데요. 아, 참 듣기 좋지 않아요? 우리의 간섭이 아닌 친절함을 맛볼 수 있는 그런 순간이었던 것 같습니다. 자, 그럼 노래 한 곡 더 듣고 얘기해 볼까요? 자, 지금은 마이클 잭슨의
Butter.
제가 틀렸네요.
That's next. Let's
yeah.
listen to some butter now.
Yeah, yes, butter first. Yeah,
BTS.
지금 그 K컬처 열풍에 아주 중심에 서 있는 그룹이죠. BTS의 버터입니다.
Smooth like butter, like a criminal undercover. Don't pop like trouble, breaking into your heart like that. Cool shade stunner, yeah, owe it all to my mother. Hot like summer, yeah, I'm making you sweat like that. Break it down. Ooh, when I look in the mirror, I'm not too hard to do. I got the superstar glow, so ooh, do the boogie line. A side step right left to my beat. I like the moon rock with me, baby. Know that I got that heat. Let me show you 'cause talk is cheap. Side step right left to my beat. Get it, let it roll. Smooth like butter. Pour you in like no other. Don't need no usher. To remind me you got it bad. Ain't no other that could sweep you up like a rubber. Straight up, I gotcha. Making you fall like that. Break it down. Ooh, when I look in the mirror, I'm at your heart into two. I got the superstar glow, so ooh, do the boogie line. Side step right left to my beat. I like the moon rock with me, baby. Know that I got that heat. Let me show you 'cause talk is cheap. A side step right left to my beat. Get it, let it roll. Get it, let it roll. Get it, let it roll. Ice on my wrist, I'm the nice guy. Got the right body and the right mind. Rolling up the party, got the right vibes. Move like haters. Fresh boy, pull up and we lay low. All the bands get moving with the bass low. Got army right behind us when we say so. Let's go. Side step right left to my beat. I like the moon rock with me, baby. Know that I got that heat. Let me show you 'cause talk is cheap. Side step right left to my beat. Get it, let it roll. Cool light, cool shade, and you know we don't stop. High light, ain't no. You been like, oh my god. We gon' make the rocket easy. We gon' make it bounce in his head. Hotter, sweeter, cooler, butter. Get it, let it roll.
Okay. 자, 메간.
Yes.
You have any episode or stories related to this interfering marriage in Korea more?
Anymore. I have loads. Kind of. Like I said, I'm a storyteller. Let's see. I can tell you one where it wasn't for helping. It was one where I'm currently taking an acting course. And so it was during a time where it's sensitive. It was a sensitive scene, and I was already feeling things. And it's especially if I'm around people, it's like a 4-hour class, right? Super long. Even though I can be cheery and charming and extroverted in ways, I'm quite introverted, especially when I create, right? So I need time to myself. And this was super late at night. And so I am extra wary when I go on the subway late at night. Weirdly, I don't know. I feel very safe walking here. But it was cold, so I'm like,
definitely.
oh, it's so nice. I think,
So nice.
and when I've lived here and also Taiwan, and they're the two safest places I've felt. Like I said, I give off an energy of don't mess with me a little bit, but like I feel so safe walking late at night usually. It was just cold and I was tired. So I thought, okay, I'll take the train. So I was already in a mood of like, should I be walking? Should I not? And I just was also given the scene that I'm assigned. I just needed to not talk to men, especially. I just didn't want to be bothered. And I think we as women are conditioned to, you know, appease someone's interaction with you, right? And I'm unlearning that even more so right now, and maybe more aggressively right now. So I was just minding my business and very much like in my head, and I'm the only foreigner at that train stop, the metro, and this man wanted my attention, and he wanted to chat with me, and he's like, oh, and he kept like, hello, and I'm just going, I don't feel like I need to give that person my attention, even though he's older than me, and I know there's a hierarchy here in
You don't know who
Korea.
he is.
I don't know him, right? And which is crazy because I'm very open to, in a lot of cases, I'm very open to interactions, like even just a friendly hello, like who are you? Like I'm usually traveling alone, so yes, I'm on guard and I'm wary, but I'm very open to like a hey, oh, you're having coffee alone. Can I have coffee with you? Depending on my mood and my energy, yes, please.
It's so often.
Yeah, like, but a lot. I like sometimes I just don't bother me, especially when it's late at night. There were other drunk men by me too, and I just wanted to keep my head down and get home, and I needed to eat. I was hungry
so
too.
sensitive moment.
Yeah, it just and not even sensitive in a bad way. I just didn't want to be bothered, and he kept trying to get my attention, and then was asking, "Where are you from? Where are you from?" And I'm like, finally, I'm from the States, and he's like, "Oh, States." America, oh, America. And he like kept trying to chat with me, but not in like a, it was different in the, maybe the shy way of, he didn't say much. Like, it wasn't like, hey, how's it going? Like, let's have a conversation. It was just like, he wanted me to give the conversation. And I'm like, I'm not in the mood to do that. And that should be okay.
In that late hours?
So late, especially like right by us were these two very drunken men. And I'm like, I don't want them to talk with me, because if I'm open then to talking to this man, do they think and they were kind of aggressive. And I'm going, no. And finally he like puts out his fist to give me a fist bump. And I'm like, I don't want to touch you. Why do I have to touch you? So like I have moments like that where I'm just like, please don't. And then it made me extra uncomfortable because I was already uncomfortable just in general. But like, so I'll have moments like that, right? Where I'm just going, and that's just universal. I think anywhere in the world that happens. It's a little different for me when it's not your native tongue. And so I'm a bit more forgiving. But don't talk to me. Just don't. But then there are other moments where like I do like that. Like I will be at a cafe and workers, especially the people who work there, because I don't have I'm an artist, right? And I don't have a studio currently. So I either work at home or I will go to a cafe and I'll work on things, or a restaurant. And I've had moments where they'll chat with me, and really the people who are working.
Yeah, we love to.
I love it.
Oh, we love to.
But honestly, unless it's like I need help, if I'm lost, people will maybe help me and steer me. Or if I'm like, hey, if I have a question somewhere, I don't know what energy I give off. People don't casually speak to me unless like their English is quite good and they feel confident. Otherwise, I don't know if I make people shy. I'm also a native speaker, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I've heard that being a native speaker, Koreans would be more nervous to speak to me than they would if I maybe spoke a different language as my first language. Is that true?
Yeah, of course that's true.
Really?
And we are very, nervous to speak in English.
And then if I'm a native speaker, am I teacher? Am I like coming in here being teacher? Like, hi, 75%.
We don't want to be judged by the English score anymore.
But wouldn't that be awful? Like in real life, if all of a sudden I'm like giving out test scores to you, like that's horrible. I would never do that.
So we recognize you are English teacher too. You are native.
No, I'm not. I have been 10 years. I've been long-time English teacher. I don't prefer it.
You don't prefer?
No, I'll do it casually, and I will tutor, private tutor, but I don't like the formality. I don't like grading. I hate it. I'm an artist. Like I went to art school.
Then
no.
how did you grade the students?
I mean, I had a hard time with it sometimes because there's obviously like if you spell the word wrong, I have to mark it wrong. But there are moments where they're learning a specific grammar, which yes, I need to grade you on, but sometimes they do something correct enough where I want to give them a pass. But given the grading that I was supposed to do, I'd have to mark it wrong. And I didn't like doing that. I try to be as generous as I can. Sometimes they're like, oh, it's all wrong. And I'm like, can I just give them half a point off? Like, it's just a tiny mistake, you know? Because if I actually did, like when you're just a learner and I'm trying to teach people, I say cheeky conversation. Like I want people to feel confident to speak to me. Like I had the privilege of being a substitute teacher. So I'm not your regular teacher. I get to come in and be fun and be new and be a good time. But that's also my teaching style is I want you to have the confidence to speak.
Good
Yeah.
way.
Well, because like you were saying.
Good way. Oh, it's a very, envious.
Envious.
Because, we can find that kinds of teaching way in Korea. It's so hard.
Really?
It's so hard to find that. And then we just, focusing on the grammar and reading. That's all. So we always must prepare for that further examination. English examination for the promotion and then for getting jobs.
Yeah.
So always, score, English score is important key point.
And I find that so sad. Like, as someone who is just, I think, or I've heard, and I've come to know, I'm very unconventional and maybe subversive just in my life. I don't mean to be, but I'm artist and in more ways than just what I make. And that even comes with my teaching style, but also how I challenge education systems. And so when I first, like I lived in Taiwan for longer than I've been here, but I've learned enough about school systems here. I've met and have made friends here. And I just look at them and go, are you okay? Because it's so rigorous. And I'm just not used to that. Because I was quite good at school growing up. But it was different if you just know a thing. Like if take English, for example. If I know how to, I can read it and I can write it. And I know this, but like you said, you're envious because can you apply it? Can you actually use it? And that's with anything in school. Sometimes it's helpful. Like I would like my doctors to know certain things with memorize. I would like that. But it's just a different way of learning that I think could be more. I have a lot of thoughts, but I don't need to get into it this time because I also.
Yeah.
She's here. She thinks a lot.
We had a lot to talk about.
Which is great. Like, that's why we're here.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, God.
So, okay. Okay, then.
Do you, is it, because I feel bad because we're sat here, right? And I don't know enough, if any, Korean. Are you okay with summarizing some of what I said for me? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Could you do that?
Okay.
Is that okay? Okay. Do you want to do that and then we can go play another little song? Or do you need time to think about what I said?
Just a moment.
Okay.
Okay. Then, then I want to know about exactly okay, I want to know about your attitude, your stance about Korean people's the interfering.
Sorry, if you stopped right there. I want to know your stance on Korean people. Girl, don't make me. I don't have a stance on that.
Sorry.
No, you're funny. I'm making fun of you.
So I want to ask you some about the Korean people's that kinds of the attitude to interfere. We love to interfere to others things.
Yeah.
I want to know about your stance as a foreigners. And then, what do you say about that? And then, do you think it's a so unpleasant thing or to be interrupted a lot? And then, I have some kind of a stance of about that.
Yeah. I mean, well, what could help me is if you maybe explain a little about it, because like saying interfering and interrupting is a certain vocabulary and a certain, approach to the topic. But I think for me, it would be nice if you could tell me and then what are some examples? And if you give me examples, I can then piece it together better. Would you mind doing that? And then I can give you how I feel about it. Would you mind? Do you have what are, when you say interfering, what's...
Okay, what is your stance? What do you say about that? Do you think it's so unpleasant thing? It's so disrupted a lot? Please, in honest way, please.
So sweet. So meaning about being interrupted or being asked, like, hey, do you need help? I mean, as someone who travels alone, obviously, please help me. There are moments where, because like I said, I sometimes feel like I'm inconveniencing you to make you speak to me in English, right? So there's part of me that I won't readily ask for help because I don't want to make you speak. I feel bad about that because I'm a foreigner coming to a foreign land. I don't know enough Korean for you to help me in Korean, right? At the same time, I'm also human and might have a bad day sometimes. And I'm a particular foreigner where I'm, like I said earlier, more open to conversation. I am more open to a casual chat than I think most people. And different foreigners come from different places. We're not all from America. We're not all from one space. And so it's lots of different cultures that are more open to it and some that are not. Like some that don't do that.
All foreigners are not English speakers.
No, they're not and also just culture is different. Even in America, so different culture.
Oh, so different.
Oh my God, like where I'm from.
Huge country.
Right. So it's just different. I just think it's more about reading the room.
Reading the room.
Yeah.
So reading the room. Would you a little more
like elaborate
daily?
For sure. I think like when I say read the room, it's don't be like that older man who approached me at midnight on the train and trying to like get my attention when I clearly don't want to be talked to.
Oh,
right?
Scary.
It's
Of
scary.
course not.
Don't do that. Or
Of
like
course
if you
not.
can tell someone if you can feel their energy that they're just not having a good day, don't approach them. But I also mean read the room to like foreigners, like to us saying, hey, read the room. You're not in your native room, right? We are in a foreign land where the culture and the customs and the ideas of someone approaching me is seen as more helpful. And if it's done in a kind way, yeah, please read the room. And like I need to read the room too of, hey, I can be, it's not an inconvenience because I'm in a different culture than my own, and that's okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, and then, yes, I got the same.
Yeah? Do you? Lovely.
And then here, I prepared my opinion on cultural differences.
Okay.
Please listen.
I'd love to listen. Please
Okay.
do.
I think that as a Korean traditional way, we are the people who love to give neighbors our hands, and we have a long-standing culture of helping each other since ancient times. This cultural norm of mutual assistance has been deeply rooted in Korean society for generations, from helping neighbors with farming tasks to supporting each other during times of hardship. Cooperation and solidarity have been integral values in Korean culture. This tradition of helping one another has fostered strong community bonds and a sense of unity among Koreans. Through acts of kindness and support, Koreans have demonstrated a commitment to the harmonious well-being and being a reliable, friendly neighbors. So, with this kind of so valuable tradition, nowadays we can have some negative images, such as people who love to interfere. But in other way, we need to think of ourselves as a so kind people and taking some pride of ourselves and just to try to do it the way we do. I mean, let's do interfere and give some help at first from our own decision, and then let's not have some kind of sorrowfulness about that. Because this is our land, Korea, and we are living in a so cooperative society. In other words, a little bit interfering relationships. Even though there could be some foreigners who feel to be interrupted a lot, I'd like to say that as a Korean, we have to have an opportunity to let them know about a Korean atmosphere and used to ours. How about my stance, Megan?
So sweet. No, I think that's so true. Like, I am in your room. I'm technically in.
You are in my room.
I'm in your room. But I think you're right. Like I think there's so much in the world where we shame ourselves with our world becoming more international, right, and more global. We're getting ideas and views from other places and cultures, and we can find shame in what we're doing, especially if a loud voice comes at you. How dare you interfere with my day?
Oh, dare.
Right? Yeah, right. And that can be hard. But in the other way of reading the room, it's, you had said the point of that we shouldn't feel shame and we should go about it. I think there's always a difference. My big stance with anything in life, well, I have a few. That was dramatic. But a stance I have in life is if I'm doing it to make only myself feel good, that's selfish and that's an issue. But so you can be that helpful self if I'm only doing it because, well, I have every right to do this and I'm going to take up that space. That can be, I think, harmful. But at the same time, doing it because it's your culture and I'd like to introduce you to this part of our culture, great. So I think there's always a fine line with everything, but also as foreigners knowing that, this is a thing and we can learn what works as you get to know people more, you learn what works. And I think that's perfectly lovely.
Oh, so thank you.
Of
Thank you for
course.
your kind support.
Oh, of course. Thank you for yours.
Okay. 네, 제가 지금 이런 끼어들기에 대해서 메간에게 우리나라에 전통적으로 내려오는 서로 돕는 사회에 대해서 좀 얘기를 해줬어요. 우리는 옛부터 우리가 기쁠 때나 슬플 때나 서로를 모르는 채 하지 않고 적극 끼어들어서 슬픔을 반으로 기쁨은 2배로 나누는 그런 훌륭한 문화를 지녔잖아요. 지금에 와서야 그런 우리의 풍습이 간섭으로 변해서 부정적인 이미지를 지닐 수도 있지만 우리가 입장 바꿔서 당장 도움이 필요한 사람이라고 가정해 볼 때 우리가 다가오는 도움의 손길을 고맙기 그지없는 도움이라고 생각하지 그걸 간섭이라고 생각할까요? 그리고 우리는 서로를 돕고 이해하려는 걸 간섭이 아닌 기본 생활로 인식되어진 사회 분위기 속에서 어우러져 사는 게 익숙한 사람들이니까 기회가 오면 친절을 베풀고 이런 우리의 문화를 그들이 익숙해질 수 있도록 역할을 하는 게 어떤가 해서 메간에게 어떻게 생각하는지 물어보았습니다. 메간이 적극 지지하네요. 하긴 친절함을 간섭으로 여기기보단 고마움으로 여기는 게 당연한 일이 아니겠어요? 자, 그럼 노래 한 곡 더 듣고 가겠습니다. 이번엔 폴 맥카트니 실수했네요. 마이클 잭슨의 You are not alone입니다.
Another day has gone. I'm still all alone. How could this be? You're not here with me. You never said goodbye. Someone tell me why did you have to go and leave my world so cold? Every day I sit and ask myself, how did I slip away? Something whispers in my ear and says that you're not alone. I am here with you, though you're far away. I am here to stay, but you're not alone. I am here with you, though we're far apart. You're always in my heart, but you're not alone. Lord, why, Lord? Just the other night, I thought I heard you cry, asking me to come and hold you in my arms. I can hear your prayers, your burdens I will bear. But first I need your hand, then forever can begin.
자, 그럼 메간에게 한국어 테스트를 좀 해보겠습니다.
Uh-oh.
과연 메간이 이 단어를 알까? Megan,
Yes.
you know the Korean word for this kind of interfering or meddling?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
I'm sorry.
Try it.
What? You can tell me, and then I will gladly. I'll repeat. I will parrot at you. What's the word?
That is 오지랖.
오지랖.
Can you try it?
오지랖.
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 Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's
and
correct. 오지랖.
So if it's 오지랖.
So
To meddle.
Someone who love to interfere or meddle or everything.
So is this a word for too much?
Too much. That's right.
Okay.
Meddling too much.
Nosy.
To everything. Then we call that 오지랖 넓은 사람.
So is it, because I know 사람 is human.
Human.
So is it an adjective or is it a noun?
Noun.
It's a noun.
오지랖 is a
오지랖.
kind of noun.
So like 오지랖 is a human. So what's the whole phrase?
오지랖 넓은 사람.
넓은 사람. Okay.
오지랖
오지�p.
넓은 사람.
넓은 사람.
오지랖 means meddling.
Meddling.
넓은 means to everything.
Oh no.
To everything.
So a human who
Yeah,
meddles
사람
in
means
everything.
human. So 오지랖 넓은 사람.
Okay, so is that
Korean words got a different order compared
yes.
to the English.
Yes, they do.
So we got different.
slowly learning.
Okay, good
trying.
learner.
Oh, thank you. She tries.
Okay. 네, 여러분 어떻게 들으셨나요? 저희 이제 마칠 시간이 된 것 같은데요. 저는 오늘이 첫 시간이라 너무 떨려서 그런지 제가 무슨 말을 했는지도 잘 모르겠거든요. 앞으로 더 나아지는 모습을 보여드릴 테니까 여러분 좀 많은 양해 부탁드립니다. 그리고 저희 익스체인지 첸첸첸 많이 사랑해 주시고요. 네. 저희는 오늘 여기서 물러나겠습니다. 자, 그러면 메간은 어떻게 느꼈나 좀 간단히 물어볼까요? Megan, how do you
Yes.
feel as the first time? I feel so nervous.
You're nervous.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. I think it's very normal and natural to be nervous. I'm not.
So thank you.
I think it's normal.
You're not. You're
well,
not.
I mean, if we look at our just different life experiences, it makes sense that I'm not. I'm used to doing things in front of people. And here, there's
so
no one.
courageous.
It's just us. It's literally just us in this room, which is great. I think I just don't have it in my mind that anyone's listening. So
Anyone's listening.
I just kind of think, it's fine. We're good. Yeah, I don't know. I think I just also feel very comfortable with you.
So
and
good.
I think we have a good energy and good chemistry together, which makes me not nervous. So I think I'm just looking forward to what this program can and will be. So yeah, I think just seeing what happens over these next few months and see what we end up talking about. Getting to know each other, getting
Okay, I hope.
to do things. I think so.
Hopefully.
I mean, I think it'd be silly if not. I mean, to spend this much time with someone, like, we're talking how many weeks are we doing this? To spend that much time with someone and not get to know them would be awful. That's just silly to me. So it'd be fine.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Okay, I
Yeah,
hope.
I think
Hopefully.
so too.
Okay. Then let's wrap it up.
I think we have just a last couple minutes. So I think we do need to wrap up very shortly. So, or right now, like you said. So, will you do the honors? Will you do the honors of wrapping us up?
Yeah, that's. 네, 그럼 저희는 여기서 그만 물러나겠습니다. See you next time. Thank you, Megan.
See you next time. Thank you.
그대여 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 맘에 들려오는 자작 노래 어떤가요? 오예 몰랐던 그대와 단둘이 손잡고 알 수 없는 이 떨림과 둘이 걸어요. 봄바람이 날리며